Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Clint Initiative podcast. Take a look. We've got the whole gang here. We've got Clint, we've got Jamel,
We
and
here.
we've got Katie. Everyone is in the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and check in with each of our co-hosts, and then believe it or not, we have a guest today. It's always great when we can invite someone else along on our journey. So I'm going to start with you, Katie. How are things going with you and today?
Great. Everything is good. Blessed to be here. Ya estoy listo para empezar. Good to go.
Perfect. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump over to Jamel. Today we got another Jamel's Jam coming up. So how's Jamel doing today?
Jamel is great. I'm happy to be here, happy to be enjoying life right now. And I just know that if you keep yourself focused on what you have in mind and the goals you're trying to reach, and don't let any outside influences distract you on that, and you stay focused on it, you will achieve it.
Okay. Always the good words from Jamel. And now, Clint. Last but certainly not least, Mr. Trinidad Takeover himself. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. I'm just letting my energy be free with my hot cup of tea.
Okay, we're probably going to have to turn your volume up a little bit.
Oh, you're not hearing me?
Not very well, but that's okay. So,
It's not.
what I wanted to do is to let everyone know this is another anniversary show. This is another show where we started the Clint Initiative podcast the 20th of July of 2023. And believe it or not, we started our YouTube channel on the 13th of August 2023. So this is another anniversary show. We started with Jamel and Clint, and now we've added Katie. And now we're going to add our guest, Patricia, and she'll get to introduce herself and tell you guys a little bit about herself. Hello, Patricia. Welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm thrilled to be here and to meet all of you. I love people in the creative arts world. I love it.
Perfect. So I'm going to put you on the center stage and let you tell us a little bit about who you are,
Okay.
how long you've been in the business, and what you're looking forward to doing in the future.
All right.
The show is yours, Patricia.
All right. Well, I came into the acting world a little bit different route than a lot of people. So I'm old. Face it, I'm a little old. So when I went to school, acting wasn't something people did. You just did the high school play or whatever, but it really wasn't serious. So I got that traditional degree, got married, had kids, worked in the business world. But all along my life, I wanted to be a chef since the time I was a kid. So then when I was in my 40s, I went back to culinary school and became a chef. And then I eventually got into food styling, and I started food styling for a home shopping network, Live TV. Well, then we all figured out that with what I do and what my background is, then I started selling on TV. So now you see me on the Shop HQ home shopping channel, selling all things kitchen and food. But knowing television is an ageist industry in certain things, especially. So I started thinking, well, what else can I do besides this? Because at some time they're going to say to me, oh, Pat, you're too old for this.
Oh.
So it hasn't happened yet, but I'm aware that it can happen at any time. So my good friend Brenda, who's a makeup artist in the film and television world here in the Twin Cities and nationally, said, Pat, just start taking some acting classes. So I did. So I spent a lot of time with Bill Cooper and a few other people.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. You know Bill. He's the best. And then I stumbled across voiceover. And I trained with Jessica Mars in St. Paul for like a year and a half.
Mhm.
And so this year I'm just really launching my voiceover part of my business. So I do commercial acting, and I do like industrials and funky little videos for things. I just auditioned to do a cooking show. And then I'm working on learning voiceover, But the hardest thing in the industry right now, especially in our market, is roles for older women. I fight really hard for that. And I just did the 48-hour film festival.
Nice.
And I got nominated for Best Actress in a Lead Role in my
Awesome.
film.
Congratulations.
That was super exciting, but everybody I talked to, my message is there are so many talented older women in town too. Please don't forget about us. So,
Yep, there definitely are, and I know a lot of them.
yep.
Perfect. And
Pat,
Yes.
do you recognize me yet?
No, you were in one of my acting classes.
Also, do you recognize me on Shop HQ?
Fitness model.
There you go.
That's I'm like I know you, but I couldn't place you at all. But
That's
you're
okay.
I always walk by you and say hello when you're fixing the food in the kitchen area
Yeah.
over here and placing it over in the studio.
Yep. I'm like you're such an out of my environment, but I'm like you looked so familiar, and I couldn't place you. But as soon as you said Shop HQ, I'm like, yep, fitness model guy. Yep. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again too.
Clint or Katie, did you guys have any questions for Patricia?
What I would like to add to Patricia is that I hope, since you mentioned that, there are so many limited roles for old people in the acting industry and so on. Well, I hoping that the Clint Initiative is going to change all that, because the world doesn't just made out of young people. It takes
Right.
all different type of people to make the world function. And I would like us as a group to push the dynamics and the different looks that what we got in this world. We push more, instead of, they're going to take a young person, put wrinkles on them to make them act as an old person. Get someone that senior age to play the role. So
Yeah.
I hoping that the Clinton Initiative, we were going to change that whole progress.
And I am going to see if I can hook you up with a writer named Dana Gilbertson. She just put out an email asking for older women's experiences in film, and I think she wants to kind of do a documentary about it. But she would be a really good. I'm going to see if I can connect you up with her. I don't know.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're always looking for creative people to connect with, and as we're building our business, one of the things that's important for the Clinton Initiative podcast is being a part of the community.
Great.
And bringing creative people together. And trust me, you are definitely someone we've been looking for one of the projects we're doing called Holiday High.
Yay!
So you are the first person for that role.
The announcement is now out.
Say again?
I said the announcement is now out.
Yeah,
Yes.
and everything you're saying just convinces me more of that.
Mhm.
So, Katie, did you have any questions for Patricia before we go on with the show?
Yes. So I know you were saying that you were doing the cooking on television. From doing that to the voiceover, like how has the transition been for you so far? Is it still kind of nerve-wracking to do, or is it like something easy?
It's not nerve-wracking, but what I will tell you is that since COVID, everybody wants to be a voiceover artist because they think it's easy, right? But it takes a lot of investment in training and equipment. And then auditions, because agents don't audition in person anymore, and everything is you just send it in and you get no feedback.
Yeah.
Like you get no feedback, like, well, if you had done this, or maybe if you'd done. So you have to just send in your audition, say, I gave you my best slice of pie, and if you like it, you like it. And a lot of people, that's hard for. It's still hard for me, but I'm old enough that the rejection doesn't bother me as much. But I would say you're doing a couple hundred or more auditions to even book a job these days. So
Wow.
A couple of hundred auditions?
yeah,
It's
for
crazy.
voiceover. Yeah.
That is just crazy. I want you to know that you are now on our roster of talent, because at the Clinton Initiative podcast, we don't do auditions.
Good.
Yeah.
This is your audition.
This
Well,
is it.
I hope I'm passing.
Absolutely. Once you come on the show, and you can stay as long as you'd like, because I'm going to go on to our next section, which is our random question. But you're welcome to stay as long as you would like and be
I'd
a
love
part
to.
of the show. And at the end of the show, you are on our roster of talent. And as we start planning everything out, I'm hoping we can meet at the office so I can go over Holiday High with you,
I
because
would
you are
love to.
definitely who we're looking for.
Great.
And the
Yep.
next